Lollapalooza 2023. I am Case, the producer, with Brian and Kinsey in the mornings, weekdays 6 to 10. It is Chicago. It is Grant Park. It is Declan McKenna. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Case. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, man. I like your shirt, first of all. That's very fun. That's very summer.
Yeah, you know, it's got the Buc-ee's thing going on.
Yeah.
I just got given this the other day, so I'm repping Buc-ee's.
Did you go to the Buc-ee's or just get the
No,
shirt?
I just got given it at a show. To be honest, I made a stop at Buc-ee's on the last year when we were on tour, and I like the idea of it better than I like the like actual Buc-ee's. I thought I was actually. Yeah, it stressed me out a little bit.
Well, that's too bad. Was it just the overwhelming selection? Was it the people? What went wrong there?
I think if I was really hungry was the problem,
Okay.
and I don't eat meat, so it was tough. It was like bag of nuts,
Yeah.
or something like that.
How do you survive?
If I was going looking for like this kind of stuff, I'd be delighted.
You like the sweat.
I just didn't really think about what I was getting myself in for. That was it. That was intense.
You're a vegan man yourself. How do you survive on the road? Is that tough? You know, your show's in late at night. You don't eat fast food. That seems to be the only thing that's open at that point.
Yeah, French fries. You know, you get a bit of that.
Is there a place with French fries that you like?
Yeah, anywhere.
Okay, anywhere. All right. Some people are picky.
Yeah, to be honest, but it's easier and easier. Like I started touring at similar time to when I started not eating any meat or anything, and back then in America, it was tough. But we were in a van, you know, driving through Utah. I remember specifically.
They don't really do that there. You kind of got to have a side of meat and an entree of meat.
There's barely anything to begin with. Beautiful place, Utah, but like you got to bring your own snacks.
Yeah, they're not keen on the vegans there. It's not really their thing.
There's just nothing there.
So we talk about that, some older tales on the road. You played Lollapalooza before in 2017.
Long time ago, yeah.
6 years ago. Talk to me about the person then versus the person that's sitting across from me on the couch right now. How have you changed?
I mean, I was just out of school then.
A wee lad, if you will.
I was a wee lad. I was a wee fella. I was just, I don't know. I've almost try and be more like how I was then. I was just so excited about everything that was going on. You know, it was just a little bit like I hadn't, you know, didn't have the same sense of like security and you know, dare I say, maturity that I have now, like where I'm a little more chill about things, which I like, but I also like to be like, I keep saying like, I also like to, you know, just be like, this is awesome, you know, this is great. Really just make the most of being at somewhere like Lollapalooza on a beautiful day. Like, this is just as special as it was back then. So even more so really because I'm like, damn, I'm back.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I wanted to ask you about that because, you know, although we just met, I can tell we're going to be longtime friends.
Yeah, we are.
You yourself, very happy man, very jovial. Me, you don't know me very well. I'm a bit of a grump. I get angry with myself. I get angry with people. How can I be more like you, a little more centered, a little more seemingly pleased with the day-to-day existence?
Try really hard.
Yeah. Is it effort? Do you have to try to be in that mindset?
No, maybe it's actually not trying. I think, look, I'm not actually the best person to talk about this. I'm not always a bright spark, but like, I think letting go of control, letting go of, you know, accepting that you can't always have your way with things, is a way to have fun, and just laughing things off is a great thing. That works for me. Everyone's just different as well. Just knowing yourself, like knowing that what works for someone else isn't going to work for you in terms of being happy. You ain't got to, you know, follow in someone else's footsteps completely. You just got to know what you got to know your needs. You got to know what works for you, but also like just try and just back off those needs a little bit in terms of just like you can't control everything. I think that is generally across the board, just knowing that you can't control everything and then trying to is gonna make things much harder, I think.
That's beautiful. That's actually very, very well said. So we've talked about French fries. We've talked about mental health. Let's talk about your music for 1 second.
Okay.
You're a man.
Oh, do we have to?
We have to for just a second. It's going to be okay. I promise. We'll get through it.
Okay.
So whether it seems like you intended to or not, your music has a certain level of weight to it because you're speaking to marginalized people. You're speaking to groups that might always get a fair shake. Is there an extra bit of weight when you're writing songs because of the possibility that, hey, maybe you're not just writing this song for you, you're writing this for a group of people? Is there extra weight when it comes to that with songwriting?
I try to let go of that completely.
Okay.
Another thing, like, I do write those kinds of things, but it's, you know, what happens after a song is released, you don't know. And like the stuff I've been working on recently, I don't know, I think is more related to just giving people a release and more related to, you know, just the sort of sense of freedom that you get from listening to music that you love. And like that's been the only ethos behind it. If people feel there's something deeper to it than that, then you know, that's cool, and I'll probably be like down the line, yeah, maybe there is. But when I'm writing something, whether it's more in that vein or more in a vein where I know I'm, you know, going for something, I know, you know, I'm addressing something that I feel needs to be addressed. Like, I just try and go with my gut, really.
For
like,
sure.
You know, it is heavy sometimes, sort of putting your thoughts of something into a song and then going back over it time and time again. But at the same time, like, it's a privilege to be able to do that. And like, I don't know, the connection that you find with other people through that is great. So whether you intend to or not, it's out of your control, like what actually people take from it. And like when there's a moment now, like in the set, like British Bombs, that for me is one where it just feels really powerful, really energized. Everyone's connected and kind of feels the same way on, you know, all the stuff that I wrote that song about. It's like, it's awesome. And I didn't really know that was going to be the way, but I guess it's a similar feeling to what was in me when I wrote it.
Yeah.
And so I just try and go with those feelings that, like, you know, go with your gut and not think about it too deeply, because you can just dig yourself a hole.
Then just, it gets worse and
just
worse.
Worrying about what people are going to think, perceive, I don't know. You just got to go with it.
Well, for the second time in this, I'll say that was beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go because you have to go play Lollapalooza in just a second. But for the people watching through their little screens on their televisions, airplaying it wherever they are, how can they support you? What's the best way if they want to make your life better? How can they do that?
You don't have to make my life better. Make your life better. If you like my music, I'm in all of the normal places. And I'm on tour. So if you like it that much, you can come and see a show as well. But no pressure.
No pressure. Well, this is Declan McKenna. He's the man. This is Lollapalooza 2023 with Q101. Thank you guys so much, and good luck to you.
Thanks very much, and enjoy the festival.